So, so yeah, guys, this is Hudson, one of my very first foreign exchange students. Hudson is over in is it Australia or New Zealand?
Australia. It's about the same at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, people make that mistake. I mean, you thought I was over in Sweden, so I guess we're even.
Actually, yeah, I thought you said you were in Sweden or UK before, but now in
I
Denmark,
mean,
which is still just Scandinavia.
yeah. I am from the UK, but people from Denmark don't like to be called Swedish. I don't know why they hate each other. I don't care. I'm not Swedish or Danish. I just live here.
Well,
But
as long
yeah,
as it's nice you live there. I mean, I wasn't born here, so I'm much happy to, but I'm very happy to be living here in Australia.
you're
Been here.
Vietnamese, right?
Now I was born in Hong Kong. I grew up in Hong Kong. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
I came over here to do my uni and stuff. And yeah, I was a web guy for, many years, like,
Yeah.
all the website and stuff like that. Then I thought, one day I was sick of it. So I just moved on to other things.
And then he moved into foreign exchange trading.
I actually traded like many years ago, like well before, probably, I don't know, 15 years ago, but that was many years ago. But then just like most people, I think they never succeeded when they first try it. And then, this is a second time, and then you spend more time and, perhaps it more sink in after a while. And also, getting coached by you and learning a few things from you, it was helpful too. So I guess it's more like a skill you eventually after a while, you just build it up. I mean, as you know, I do day trading and you don't, but yeah, that's how I figure out myself that I could do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm, happy and looking forward to next year. Next year I have better plans. I want another computer with, I don't know, 6 screens or something. Now I have 3, 1, 2, 3 right here.
Yeah.
So maybe I want a few more for day trading purposes.
Cool. So how did you first start? What kind of stuff were you doing when you first started trading? How did you get into it?
Oh, I
What kind
think
of
I was
currency pairs were
doing.
you trading as well? Like, did you start with foreign exchange or did you end up in foreign exchange? Did you start with stocks or anything else?
I started with like options and stocks and stuff. That was, the early 2000s and probably, like I said, about 15 years ago.
Okay.
And yeah, I didn't know much. And
So
there were
how did
always
you learn?
those.
Like, I'm guessing like 15 years ago, there wasn't really a lot of information out there as there is now.
There were, yeah, a lot of crap too. Well, just like today, there's still a lot of crap out there.
Yeah, there's
It hasn't really changed, to be honest.
yeah.
Actually, more because there, everyone can say something, everyone can put an ad on Facebook, and to be honest, just about every ad on Facebook about trading, they're all, if you actually Google those people or companies, then you can tell that they're just, all rubbish. But yeah, that's just, yeah.
Yeah, that seems to be the problem these days. Because back in the
Yeah.
day when you started, the problem was that there wasn't enough information, right?
Yep.
But in this day and age, with the internet and YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, everyone's an expert. So the problem,
Even though they don't know how to trade, they still pretend to be
the
expert.
problem is that there's
Like
just
I have
way too
to.
much information out there. Everyone has something to say.
Yeah, and they all pretend to be expert, and it's so funny. Not funny, but if you lose money through those people, then it's not funny. Unfortunately, there are so many misinformation out there,
Yeah.
and we can't do much about it. They're all Facebook ads, and they don't really check the ads or something. Even YouTube, sometimes you see some crappy ads as well. It's unfortunate for newbies to start, to be honest. Like if they start today, yes, they got tons of information. It's true, but but who do you listen to? Because everyone, you can go to Instagram and everyone look like, even Photoshop stuff that. You probably know some of those, right?
Yeah,
And they look like they make millions, and they're all like Photoshop, and they just didn't see what's in the back.
everyone's
Or demo
copying everyone
account,
else.
and somehow they manipulate that. You can tell it's a demo account. That sort of shit. Yeah. Anyway.
Everyone is copying everyone else's demo account. It's like, unfortunately, people are not paying attention to what they should be paying attention to, which is, am I actually learning from this person rather than what's in this person's bank account? Because that doesn't affect you in any way.
Yeah, I mean, the bank account, it might not even be his money, you know what I mean, or her money.
Exactly. I mean, exactly. It's very difficult to, and obviously, like that affects me as well because I'm a mentor and I'm a trader, and people say to me all the time, "Well, how do I know who's the real one?" And I'm like, it's really difficult. I don't even know
That
who's
is
the real
true.
one sometimes. Sometimes I wake up in the
Especially
morning.
when you got the Nigerian background, people are like, uh-oh. You know what I mean?
Like,
Not to say anything bad, but it's just like, people will go like that.
It's like, I'm Nigerian and my name is Prince. I'm literally a Nigerian prince. So it doesn't help the stereotype.
That's even more problem. It's like, well, okay, a prince from Nigeria.
Prince from Nigeria. But you took the leap and you found success. I helped you on the journey. So why did you decide to work with me? With a Nigerian prince?
Well, I was looking for something and you didn't sound like you were bullshitting me or anything, so I thought I would give you a go.
Okay.
And it turned out to be pretty. I think I was in one of your was it the one with all the buy and sell signals? That was like the very beginning, right? That was like a while back.
That was a couple of years ago. That was when I was sending signals.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was when I was still doing signal services, which was a fairly which is a good thing. But the problem is I wasn't really teaching people how I got these signals, so it didn't really help a lot of people. So I found that people found more success when I actually told them why I'm sending these signals rather than just, sending random signals. Yeah. So
right, you teach people how to fish, but don't just give them a fish for that. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's the same principle.
Exactly.
Once they learn it, it's like they get their own way of doing it. I mean, my way is different than yours, although there's some similarities. But having said that, you learn it over time. You almost like cooking. You learn a dish from Gordon Ramsay. When you do it yourself, you do it your way. Even though as much as you try to copy him, you probably can't copy him 100% anyway.
Yeah.
So over time, if you end up with something your way of doing it, and you can improve it too. Like, I'm still improving every day.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking for next year, when I get more screens and a new computer and stuff like that. So I'll probably be even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People they feel like they have to do something in a certain type of way. Whereas even when I got mentored, my mentor, even though there's similarities to the way we both trade, still radically different from what he does. Even what he taught me is radically different from what he does today. So
that's right. So you found your own little recipe, so to speak.
Exactly. So even though I am a swing trader, you ended up being a day trader.
There's still similarity. I still RSA on the chart and stuff like that.
How did you make that transition from swing trading or options to day trading Forex?
Well, after I learned all the stuff from you, and then I just started looking, and I got the luxury of taking some time off before the lockdown and stuff, and so that's how I, just like I said, you create your own recipe. After a while, you just keep looking, and something comes up, and there's certain patterns that basically happen every week. You know what I mean? I mean, you know what I'm talking about. You do swing trade. There are patterns that. Yeah. The same with day trading, same with everything. Like, you will see them again and again, and like, are they trying to trick me or something? It just comes. It comes.
Yeah. So, what would you say that was the biggest? What was the biggest aha moment? What was the biggest? When did it click? Like, okay, I got it now.
I think it does take time. You wouldn't say, most people would say, they want to start making the millions by the end of next week or something, which is, highly unlikely.
That's a long time away.
I know for them is, they want it like today if you teach them, and they just want to make the money today. But they have, like most people have really unrealistic expectations. Like I said, you want everything, you want to learn everything in 1 week. No, it's not going to happen. You still got to learn it and absorb it and make it your own. And, you just can't get it in a few days. I mean, I look at all the charts and I take screenshots, and I got screenshots for like at least 6 months, if not like almost a year or something. And then throughout the time, I actually keep increasing and I keep looking back. So you do need to put in the effort as well. Yeah. To come up with your own recipe. I'm glad I came up with something, and then it's getting better and better over time. So now I'm like easy. I could just sit here and look, and I'm like, yeah. So I think it like one day it just comes. I mean, what about you? You probably have similar. Did you just
for me personally,
one day?
No, I wouldn't really say there was a one day. I think it for the first 3 years, I think the biggest aha moment I had is that, okay, I can't do this by myself. Because the first 3 years I was doing all kinds of things. I was trading stocks, and I was trading foreign exchange, and I was trading binary options. And
at the same time.
Yeah, I was just trying all kinds of things just to see what works.
I
lost money for 3 years, and then I realized, okay, well, this is I don't know what I don't know. So I decided to get mentored, and I didn't start making money straight away. It still took me a bit of time, and then eventually, it kind of molded. Then because I indulged myself so much. There was so much chart time and back testing. I don't even know how many hours of back testing I've done to this day. And even to this day, I still look at my charts and try to find things. And my brain, obviously, kind of picks up on certain things, and it just kind of forms your trading personality.
That's great. Like we're similar. Yeah, we're very similar.
And it just kind of clicks. You just look at a chart and you're like, okay, this is what I'm looking for. I don't know what this is. I'm not going to pay attention to it. And then, but
when you get used to it, you don't need to like, oh, this is, you just like, well, you kind of just know, more or less. Yeah.
And because you know that, you can then say to someone, okay, well, I've seen this a million times in the last 8 years. Here, do it, right? And they just
for the newbies, they still need to. Well, the newbie, they usually scratch their head and like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, they should.
If they spend the time, I mean, I would say most people can be successful, but most people don't have the patience. And, you do need to put in some work. I wouldn't say hard work or crazy 20 hours a day kind of thing. You do need to, if you take some screenshots here and there, learn from it, things like that. It's actually not that hard at the end of the day. So.
Would you say it's not as hard, like it doesn't take as much time as people think it does? Like people say you have to be on your screen like 10 hours a day.
I can be here for up to 7 or 8. Like I said, I do European hours. So if I can, I basically just sit here until I'm tired and I go to bed. And sometimes can be up to 6-7 hours or whatever that might be. And sometimes if the day is really quiet or crappy, like holiday season, you just you're like, okay, move on. Like, especially during the lockdown and all that, because I know, I've seen all the charts. They come back, like, the good times always come back. It's like the weather. Like you can have really bad weather and, flood and this and that, and the good weather always comes back.
Exactly. You just have to be patient. Patience is.
Well, same with the current situation with all the pandemic and stuff. Like eventually the world will recover and move to a better height, or even better than before. Exactly. I can see it that way, because every time something bad happens, like 9/11 or some other thing, they always recover and move forward. So this time I don't see any reason why it won't. It might take a while, but eventually it will get better. So same with trading. Like you might get some crappy days with no movement because of holiday, because of the weekend, because of the uncertainty, because of pandemic or something. After a while, it comes back.
Yeah, and it's a never-ending battle in terms of the market testing your patience. Because over the last few months, I've said to myself, should I be trading Bitcoin?
Were you tempted?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. Should I really start trading Bitcoin? Should I get into it? Like, and it's only for a split second. Then I'm like, okay, well, that's obviously bullshit, because what I'm doing, it works perfectly fine. Why would I change it to go trade something that I don't have no idea, what's gonna happen?
Well, exactly. You're doing well here. Then just keep doing until. I mean,
keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't mean you can't look at other things, but if it's not broken, then don't need to fix it.
Yeah, especially.
And Forex is a big market. It's not, we're not trading penny stocks. There's no volume or anything. You don't have to worry about that. It's not like you buy some shares and then the price will double or something because no one is there. Yeah. But in terms of Forex, we're fine.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's been quite a journey. But then, when I look back, it's like, yeah, I could have done it easier. I didn't have to stress that much. Perhaps I could have taken an easier approach.
Yeah. So if you had like one advice for people to make this easier for them, or for newbies, what would your one or two, if you have more than one, piece of advice be?
Okay. if people are struggling, take your time, like, just stop and meditate, and don't always say, because when your mind is really too crazy and too busy, the answer doesn't come to you, so you can't really solve your problem. You can't really improve because your mind is way too busy. Some people, they have a 1,000 things going on, the kids running around and this and that, and job and this and that. So I would say they do need some quiet time to actually focus and learn as much as possible, and it's doable. I've done it, but I mean, I don't have kids and dogs and everything, so it's probably easier for me. But on the other hand, with other people, when say a family, and they need to, if they need to make some extra money, it's doable. They do need to do it the right way. They're not going to have the kids running around and you try to learn something online. It's a bit hard, so you do need your own time. It's just you learn from proper people like you or other good mentors. I think those two are the most important. And be patient too, like, don't expect to get it all done by the end of the day or the end of the week. People, sometimes people are just funny. They may buy a course or something and it's got 7 chapters and they'll do 1 per day, and then by the end of the week they think they're a super trader or something. Those kind of people. But you can have expectations, but at the beginning, just take it easy. So and let things sink in, let it come to you rather than chase it. Because when I see my attitude changes when I stop chasing, how to trade, and I stop chasing it, and then you just sit down and look and like, oh, that makes sense. I wonder if that will happen again. And then, after a while, you see, well, I saw that the other day, very similar. It was a different pair, maybe not Aussie dollars, but it was, with the euro or something, but that kind of similar. I kind of know what's happening. So after a while, you kind of, gel it in the market, when you're visual.
So you've got to be able to quiet your mind and then put in the hours and learn from.
I would recommend, you meditate in the morning and stuff like that, just to, have a peaceful mind. When you go trading too, like if you have a little, happy music or something, then do it, but don't, It does take time, but I don't think it's definitely not impossible, because I've done it, like, compared to me many years ago, when you were years ago, you spent 3 years on losing money. I spent some time losing money too. I mean,
it's a rite of passage.
I think you actually, if you talk to other successful people too, they all have the same, like, not just trading, by the way, other businesses and other things. Like anything worth achieving, anything worth achieving will take a while, I would guess. So the most important, I think, is be patient and don't have way too high expectation to get it done by the end of the week or something. And you do need to, it's like getting an apprenticeship for a plumber or something. You got to, what I mean? Like, once you learn everything, you still got to actually physically do it, and then you will stuff up a few times before you actually know how it's done. So it's the same as that, same as cooking, same as many things. It takes time to build a skill. But I will say that it doesn't take as long as, hopefully not like a uni where you need 3 or 4 years. And if you do it right, you won't need that much,
That's the beauty. Trading doesn't take.
So instead of spending all the money at university, you could have this. You can have a degree yourself here, and you can make a lot more money than people that have a university degree.
But the thing is, people don't believe. I think inherently, subconsciously, people don't believe that it's possible, even though they're pursuing the goal. So
schools only taught them all the rat race. You know what I mean?
It's much easier to have a job, and I understand that. When I was young, I had the same feeling as well. That's why I know where people are coming from.
Schools teach you that, your relatives and parents, they mean well, but they say the same thing, and then you believe that.
Cool. Well, so final question for you, mate. What's the plan going forward from here? What's the plan for Mr. Hudson?
Next year, this year is actually my best year yet, despite all the pandemic and everything. Without the pandemic, I'm talking about trading and stuff. This year is my best year.
Nice.
So next year I'm gonna be even better. So new computer and start trading bigger lots when I'm more and more confident. I'm actually quite confident now. It's just the holiday season. Sometimes a little bit slow, so I don't want to. But on the other hand, I'm ready for next year. I'm ready to rock.
Yeah, awesome, bro. I'm looking forward to us collaborating a bit more as well. Hopefully, you can teach me how to day trade.
Teach you how to day trade. It's actually not too far from what you do, but yeah, I have some slightly different rules and stuff. But other than that, it's not that big of a deal. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome, bro. Cool.
Yeah,
well,
I'm
guys,
getting a new computer, like I said. So yeah, that gives me more screens to like more.
And
more
you
charts
need
to
more
look at.
for this day trading type of thing.
Well, day trading, you do need a few more, yeah. Rather than I got 3, right? Like 1, 2, and 3. And then if I can double it, that's probably a bit more efficient.
Yeah.
Well, as in you could look at more.
I've got 2 screens. I've got my laptop and I've got my screen over there.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, the other screen is mostly for recording videos, really.
Oh, the other one.
Yeah.
Well, your way of trading is actually not bad if you can go traveling and stuff. I think we talked about it before, like last year.
I can't travel.
Your way is.
I want to if I have to sit on a laptop for 8 hours. I don't think it wouldn't be feasible.
Maybe another. I don't know about next year, but yeah, maybe next year sometime we could probably travel.
I mean, this year I could have day traded because I haven't been anywhere.
Actually, yeah. Actually, you could have, yeah, while you're sitting here.
Since January, but yeah, it was still a good year for me. I just didn't get to travel as much as I would like to, which is funny because last year I flew 28 times in total. Yeah,
that's very nice. Yeah, so you just have your laptop lifestyle, yeah.
I mean, I mostly is on my phone. Really, people don't really trade on their laptops on planes. I've never traded on my laptop. I usually do my analysis before I get on a plane.
Oh yeah, that's okay. And then so you know which pair to look for and all that.
Yeah, so I get like a ring on my phone, and then okay, this price has been triggered. Enter here, exit there. Unless I'm mid-flight, then I miss the trade, but it happens, you know.
Well, unfortunately, yeah. But yeah, see, you get to travel. People don't. It's the same. People don't believe that they can travel and make money and all that. And
it's hard to believe people before it happens. Very difficult, you know.
Yeah, because especially when they were taught to be, get a job and blah blah blah.
Exactly. So I don't blame anyone that says, "Yeah, I'll try. Maybe it happens. Maybe it doesn't." It's hard to believe that, if you open up the basket, an Easter bunny is gonna be in there if you've never seen one. So that's the human condition. You have to change your mindset before you actually achieve something. That's something I've learned over the years. But it is what it is. So yeah, man, this is a very nice style of an interview kind of thing. It's fun.
Yeah, I wouldn't, at the beginning of the year, maybe I wouldn't be that relaxed, but now I'm just like, like I said, you spend enough time on charts, you know what's going on, you can make money. So it's a good feeling, you can just sit there and like, yeah, I can make some money. Okay.
Awesome, bro. I think I'm just going to let you go so you can go do your own thing, yeah?
Yeah, sure, yeah. Almost 5 o'clock. So I start about 7 a.m. UK time or London time. And because now it is my summertime and your winter time, so I actually start an hour later. I normally start 4 p.m. before the time they change over. So
you're going to go trade now, yeah?
Yeah. 7 a.m. London, which is about now. Yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right, I'll let you go do that. All right, mate. Thank you very much. You have a Merry Christmas and New Year, and talk to you later. Have a Merry Christmas, and I'll speak to you in a bit, yeah? Sure. Cheers, mate. Cheers. Okay. Yeah, bye. Bye.